Hey, you know what's crazy? You opening up for your girlfriend, bro, you'll be a fucking star. 10 minutes.
Have the Swifties bouncing off the walls before Tay gets out there.
10 minutes, hyping up the crowd. Oh, my God. Speaking of Swifties, your brother did something nobody else in the world can do. He walked me right over. I got to shake her hand.
Man, that was awesome. That was awesome.
That was the Super Bowl I like to remember.
And, you know, she was with Ice Spice. I was more on Ice Spice than I was on your woman. But
things are messier than a brunch table after mimosas in Taylor Swift's world right now. So picture this. Taylor, queen of eras and Easter eggs, is currently doing a full-on vanishing act when it comes to Blake Lively, and not the cute kind where she pops up in a surprise cameo. Nope, we're talking total ghost mode. Why? Because somehow Taylor's name got dragged into Blake's dramatic legal telenovela with Justin Baldoni, and let's just say, she is not here for it. Word on the street is that Taylor's been leaving Blake on read harder than an unopened Snapchat from your ex. Apparently, Blake's been texting, calling, probably even sending messenger pigeons, desperate to fix their decade-long friendship. Like this girl is doing emotional cartwheels just to get back in Taylor's good graces. And Taylor? She's hitting that big fat ignore button, ice cold. Blake's been blabbering through emails and voicemails, saying it's all a big misunderstanding, swearing she'd never intentionally throw Taylor under the bus. But insiders say Taylor isn't buying the act, like at all. She's still salty after being name-dropped in Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit, where he claimed Blake used Taylor and Ryan Reynolds as her dragons to pressure him during script talks for It Ends With Us. Dragons? What is this, Game of Thrones legal edition? And the legal mess didn't stop there. Swift got subpoenaed last month. Yes, subpoenaed. Like she's suddenly in a courtroom drama and not just touring stadiums in sparkles. That subpoena got dropped later, but not before it seriously torched her trust. Insiders say she's not exactly singing "You Belong With Me" when it comes to Blake anymore. Some even whisper that they're trying to patch things up, but the vibe? Totally off. Trust broken, vibes weird, the group chat? Silent. And just when we thought that was peak drama, boom, Taylor hits us with another icy curveball, this time with her other ride-or-die bestie, Selena Gomez. Yup, everyone's favorite friendship just got a side-eye moment so intense the internet practically stopped breathing. Taylor and Selena, dressed like they're about to walk a Vogue runway, just wrapped up dinner that had fans frothing at the mouth. But instead of ending things with a sisterly hug or even a text me later, Taylor straight up ghost drives into the night without even glancing back at Selena. Not a wave, not a smile, just hop in the car and zoom. Cue the collective gasp of Swifties and Selenators everywhere. Cameras caught the whole blink and you'll miss it moment, and within seconds, TikTok detectives were analyzing facial expressions like they were decoding ancient scrolls. Poor Selena looked like she just got left on read IRL, standing there with a smile that kind of froze halfway, like she wasn't sure what just happened. Was it a snub, a mood, or just Taylor dodging paparazzi like she's in Mission Impossible? Insiders are already doing damage control, saying it's nothing personal, just your average celebrity chaos. When flashbulbs are popping like popcorn and there's a mini stampede of photographers outside the restaurant, warm goodbyes aren't exactly on the menu. Apparently, the hug happened inside, far away from the chaos, and separate cars? Totally standard when you're famous enough to need a decoy. Still, fans can't unsee that split-second awkwardness on Selena's face. It's the kind of blink that screams, "Wait, did she just leave me hanging?" without saying a word. But let's be real, these two have been through it all, from heartbreaks to headline scandals. A weird car exit? Please, that's like a paper cut in a soap opera. But speaking of drama that won't quit, Selena Gomez just kicked things up a notch before that frosty dinner moment with Taylor. Yup, because nothing screams girl dinner with your bestie like getting papped with a vape in hand while rocking a look that says, "I'm chill but also deeply problematic." Right before seeing Taylor, the internet did not let that slide. Now look, Selena's got every right to live her life, but the timing? Kinda sus. Especially since she's been super public about having lupus, surviving a full-on kidney transplant, and recently dropping that she's also battling something called SIBO. No, not a new skincare brand. Small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Basically, her gut's throwing raves it wasn't invited to. So when pics of her puffing on that vape surfaced just hours before her Swiftie sit-down, fans lost it. We're talking comment section chaos. Some folks went full keyboard warrior, blasting her for risking her health, while others tried to play it cool like she's grown, let her be. But the after-transplant vape aesthetic, not it. And honestly, this ain't new. Our girl Sel has a history with the Smoke Squad. She first lit up back in 2012 while filming Spring Breakers, and since then it's been an on-again, off-again relationship. Rehab stint, vaped outside. Post-transplant Rome vacay, vape sighting. Constitution reading in 2019, guess you showed up with a cloud machine. It's like the vape is her toxic ex, she just can't quit. But plot twist! Amid all this health drama and side eyes from fans, Selena just dropped a collab album with Benny Blanco called I Said I Love You First. Bold title considering half the internet's yelling, "Girl, love your lungs first." The album's stacked with big names like J Balvin and the Marias, and the deluxe edition has enough tracks to last you through a whole scrolling spiral. And just when we think Selena's week couldn't get any messier, boom! Homegirl casually flexes on the entire planet by leapfrogging Taylor freaking Swift on Forbes' list of the richest self-made women. Like, hold up, Selena's outriching the vault-opening, stadium-dominating, cat-collecting billionaire herself? That's not just a plot twist, that's a full-blown Netflix finale. Yep, according to the money whispers over at Forbes, our girl Sel just parked herself higher than Tay on the 2025 annual Rich Girl scoreboard, rubbing elbows with the likes of Rihanna, Oprah, Beyoncé, and the Kardashian-Jenner empire. Selena's net worth is clocking in at a casual $700 million, and it's mostly thanks to her beauty brand baby, Rare Beauty, which is now apparently worth around $1.3 billion. That's billion with a B, babes. Who knew a dewy blush and some liquid liner would be worth more than half of Hollywood? And while Taylor's probably busy plotting the next re-record or casually buying an island, Selena's playing CEO Barbie with a conscience. Not only is she stacking coin from Rare, she's also dropping $5 million for wildfire relief like it's just Tuesday. She said, "Let's fix the world and get this bag." And Rare Impact Fund? That's not just a name, it's her flex on making mental health cool and compassionate while still serving face. But wait, there's more, because in true Selena style, she's not stopping to gloat. She's already back on set filming Only Murders in the Building Season 5, probably solving crimes with Steve Martin while casually carrying around her billionaire energy. And if that's not enough, she's gearing up for her next big screen moment in Emilia Perez. Like, sis, do you even sleep? Also, let's not forget she's still engaged to Benny Blanco, who might be her emotional support chef, producer, and human pillow all in one. And while Selena's busy swimming in her billion-dollar blushes, Taylor is playing 4D chess with her music catalog like the pop queen mastermind she is. Yep, buckle up, Swifties, because Taylor just went full boss mode and snatched back the masters to all her old music. Every single album. It's like she's Thanos snapped Scooter Braun out of the equation and said, "Thanks for holding those for me, now run along." So what does this mean for the whole Taylor's version saga? Well, turns out those iconic re-recordings weren't just for the drama, they were part of the master plan. Miss Swift basically tanked the value of her original songs by telling fans to ditch the OGs and stream only the re-records. Scooter's investment turned into a glittery hot mess, and Taylor just waltzed in with her Eras Tour money and bought back the legacy like she was bidding at Sotheby's. Casual billionaire stuff, you know? And while the Taylor's versions had fans bawling and belting all too well like it was therapy, let's be real, nothing quite hits like the OG heartbreak voice cracks in Last Kiss. Even Swifties admit some of the sparkle from the originals couldn't quite be recaptured. But hey, who's judging? Grown-up Taylor sounds like a whole vocal powerhouse, and we love a glow-up. Now that she owns everything, there's chatter about what happens to the final two re-records, Reputation and her debut. Insiders say she might still drop them as a victory lap just because she can. And why not? She already turned a revenge plan into a historic music rights movement. Artists everywhere are suddenly reading contracts like their SAT prep books. Even Ali and AJ jumped on the trend and dropped their own versions. Olivia Rodrigo already bookmarking her clauses. Taylor didn't just get her music back, she changed the game. Again. Because that's what happens when you mix petty with genius and glitter with grit. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.